and thank you for coming to our performance of the Gruffalo at Children's Garden. It's a book written by Julia Donaldson, and I sort of adapted it for the likes of these young ones here. And thank you very much for being here. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. And a fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. And the fox said, "Where are you going, mouse?"
"Where are you going, mouse?"
"Please come have lunch with me."
"Please have lunch with me."
And the mouse said, "Oh, no, thank you.
"Oh, no, thank you.
I'm having lunch with a Gruffalo."
I'm having lunch with a Gruffalo.
And the fox said, "A Gruffalo?
Gruffalo?
What's a Gruffalo?"
What's a Gruffalo?
And the mouse said, "I'm surprised you don't know.
I'm surprised you don't know.
He's very scary.
He's very scary.
He has terrible claws
He's very cool.
and terrible teeth
Terrible teeth.
in his terrible jaws.
Terrible job.
And his favorite food
His favorite food
is roasted fox."
is roasted fox.
And the fox said, "Roasted fox?
Roasted fox.
I'm out of here."
I'm out of here.
And she crawled back into her den. On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. An owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. An owl came and flew over to where the mice were. "Can we fly, Mr. Owl?" And the owl sat on his nest and said to the mouse, "Please come have lunch with me." And the mouse said, "Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm having lunch with a Gruffalo."
I'm having lunch with a Gruffalo.
But the owl didn't know what a Gruffalo was either, and so he said, "What's a Gruffalo?"
What's a Gruffalo?
And the mouse said, "Whew, I'm surprised you don't know.
I'm surprised you don't know.
He is very scary,
He's very scary.
and his favorite food
His favorite food
is owl ice cream."
is owl ice cream.
And the owl flew back to his nest because he was so scared of the Gruffalo. And the mouse said, "Silly old owl,
Silly old owl.
doesn't he know?"
Doesn't he know
There's no such
thing as a Gruffalo?
The mouse was playing quite a trick on all these people in the woods. So on went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. A snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good, and the snake said, "Where are you going, mouse?" And the snake said, "Where are you going, mouse?
Where are you going, mouse?
Please come have lunch with me." And the mouse said, "Oh, no, thank you." And the snake said, "Why not?" And the mouse said, "Because I'm having lunch with a Gruffalo."
Because I'm having lunch with a Gruffalo.
And the snake said, "What's a Gruffalo?"
What's a Gruffalo?
And the mouse said, "I'm surprised you don't know.
I'm surprised you don't know.
He has a poisonous wart on the end of his nose."
Is the poisonous word
And his favorite food is scrambled snake.
his favorite food is scrambled snake.
And the snake said,
Scrambled snake.
and away snake slid. And the mouse said, "Silly old snake,
Silly old snake.
doesn't he know?"
Doesn't he know
There's
no such thing as a Gruffalo?
And just as the mouse was saying that, out of the woods came the Gruffalo. And the Gruffalo walked up, and the snake said, the mouse said, "No, there is such a thing as a Gruffalo." Mouse couldn't believe what he saw. What was this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in her terrible jaws? Was that a poisonous wart at the end of her nose? Are those eyes orange? Is that tongue black? Are those sharp purple prickles?
All over his back.
And the mouse said, "Oh no!
Oh no!
There is such a thing as a Gruffalo."
There is such a thing as a Gruffalo.
And the Gruffalo growled and said, "Mouse, my favorite food.
My favorite food.
You'll taste great on a slice of bread."
You'll taste great and a slice of bread.
And the mouse said, "Don't call me good.
Don't call me good.
Don't you know
Don't you know?
I'm the scariest creature
In this whole
in the deep,
Dark wood.
in the deep dark wood. Everyone for miles
All the one for miles
is afraid of me.
is afraid of me.
I'll show you. Follow me and see. And so the Gruffalo said, let's go. And they went for a walk. And they hadn't walked very far when they heard a slither in the grass ahead. And the snake came out. The snake came out of the den, and the mouse said, why, Snake, hello.
Why, Snake, hello.
But the snake just stared at the Gruffalo and got very scared. Got very scared and said, there is such a thing as a Gruffalo. And slithered back into the den. And the Gruffalo gave a big scary laugh. And the mouse said, I told you so.
I told you so.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So they kept walking until they heard hooting in the trees above. They heard a hoot, hoot. They did. They really did. They heard a hoot, hoot. And the owl said, is that a Gruffalo?
It's an owl.
It is the owl over here. Yeah, he said, is that a Gruffalo?
Is that a Gruffalo?
And the mouse said, I told you.
I told you.
And the Gruffalo said, ooh, ooh. Ooh. And the owl said, I'm out of here. And he did. He said, I'm out of here. And he flew back to his nest, didn't he? Look at the little flapping the wings. He flew right back to his nest. Good job, Mr. Owl. And they kept walking for a little bit further, and the Gruffalo was becoming more and more afraid of the mouse. And the mouse was becoming more and more satisfied because she's tricking everybody. And so, they walked, and they walked, and they heard 4 paws coming up. And the fox came out of her den, which got further away. The fox came out of her den, and she said, in a really scared voice, she said, oh no! There is a Gruffalo! I am out of here! Goodbye, little mouse. And away Fox scampered to his underground house. And the Gruffalo walked to this side of the mouse and turned to the audience and said, I think I am afraid of mouse. And the mouse said, don't you agree, Gruffalo? Everyone for miles is afraid of me. And now my tummy is beginning to rumble. And my favorite food is
roasted
Gruffalo.
crumble.
And the Gruffalo said, Gruffalo crumble.
Crumble. Oh, I'm out of here.
And away Gruffalo ran. And as quick as the wind, Gruffalo fled. Then all was quiet in the deep dark wood. The mouse found a nut, and the nut was good. The end. You okay? Are you ready? Want to come down with this time? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yay!